Batman is a genius. I know, this doesn't come off as a shock to anyone, but hear me out. We could all sit here all day and list off the times that he has outsmarted some of the most brilliant minds on the planet, or outthought some of the more deranged psychopaths that Gotham has to offer. But that's not what I'm talking about. Batman is a genius, because I have a theory that he has superpowers and no one even knows about it. What? You say? Batman doesn't have superpowers? Exactly! See? He even has you fooled. Sit back and allow me to shoot some brain knowledge into your think hole. Now, we all know the story. Thomas and Martha Wayne take their son Bruce out on an evening in the town. A mugging goes wrong, and young Bruce sees his parents murdered in front of his eyes. Vowing to avenge their deaths by warring on the criminal element, he trains his body and mind and adopts the persona of Batman. Now, let's go back and really look at Batman's origin. The origin story wasn't revealed until Detective Comics number 33, a full 6 issues after his debut. Depicted in a 2-page spread, the second page shows a panel where Bruce Wayne is standing in a lab holding a vial while surrounded by mysterious vapors. The caption declares that he trained himself to, I'm doing air quotes here, become a master scientist. And the very next panel, we see Bruce lifting what looks like very heavy weights over his head with one arm. And the caption reads, trains his body to physical perfection until he's able to perform amazing athletic feats. This is where the lie is introduced. I believe that what Bruce is working on in the lab is in fact a super serum that is giving him amazing powers. Powers that, if not on the level of Superman, still aid him in his endless crusade. Let's look at some of my examples, because, I can't come up with a crazy theory and not give you examples. Now, Bruce has fought some real powerhouses over the years. Bane, Killer Croc, Solomon Grundy, hell, he's even fought Superman. Batman has proven time and time again that he has enough physical strength to defeat villains that are stronger than him, or who should be stronger than him. In the Batman Year One graphic novel, we witness Bruce punching through bricks and kicking a tree in half. I will say that again. Bruce Wayne kicked a tree in half. Now wait, you say. Bruce has trained his body for years of physical perfection as well as various martial arts. Obviously, that's what allows him to do these things. I agree. Training in both physical strength and martial arts definitely helps, especially when you mix in his boosted superhumanly strength. Not only is Batman strong, but he's agile and fast. Faster than a guy his size should be. Trust me, guys, I'm 6'1" and 250 pounds. I can't run like Batman. The guy is a CrossFit Ninja Warrior powerhouse. He jumps, rolls, dives, dodges. He does it all 365 nights a year. And on top of this, his reflexes are at a superhuman level, allowing him to react and fight quicker than his enemies. Let's not forget that he also swings through the city on a grappling hook all night. Can you imagine how strenuous that would be in his upper body if you were a normal person? Listen, go outside right now, swing from a rope. Okay, now do that for like 8 hours every night.
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so. But it's the training, you say. People do this stuff all the time. And you're right, but those people don't also go out and fight supervillains every night. You know why Batman never takes a rest a day? Superhuman strength and agility. Batman has been shot, stabbed, and his body has been broken probably more times than we've ever really seen. And he always comes back. And you know why? I think he has a healing factor. Now don't get me wrong, he isn't on the level of Wolverine or Deadpool. His body won't stitch itself back together from a single cell. But he also seems to ignore pain from very serious injuries, allowing him to continue the fight when lesser people would have curled up into the fetal position. I got punched once in the head by Dan. I was crying for a week. I'm telling you though, there's no way that someone with the amount of injuries that he has sustained over the years would continue to do such physically strenuous tasks as crime fight every night. Physical perfection, blah, 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 training, blah, blah, blah. Listen, we're arguing in circles here. You need to start listening to me. I spent time in the army, and now I get out of bed with more cracks and noises than is probably healthy. And I know what I'm talking about. Now, this might seem like a weird power, but let's look at it. Through his sheer willpower alone, Bruce has overcome Joker's paralytic gas, survived poisoning, resisted various forms of telepathy, and Scarecrow's fear gas. And he even resisted Poison Ivy's extremely potent pheromones. On several occasions, he has also wielded Green Lantern rings with like little to no training, something that takes a vast amount of willpower to properly use. All I'm saying is, the guy has some superhuman willpower. Batman is a master of stealth, which is easy when you have limited invisibility. Think about it. How is he so good at slipping away in the shadows? Or that Jim Gordon never realizes when he leaves? Batman actually cannot be seen for small periods of time. Maybe he can be invisible for as long as he likes, but instead he chooses to be seen sometimes so that people actually think he's really good at being sneaky, which actually leads me to my final point. So I started this argument off by stating that Batman is a genius, and this is true. This man has outsmarted some of the best, and he seems to have prepared for every contingency. His prep skills alone show a level of intelligence that borders on precognition. What truly makes Batman one of the smartest people on the planet, however, is that he has to convince the world that he has no superpowers. All of his villains, all of his friends believe that he is just a man. An extraordinary man, but he is still just a man. He does just enough. Speed, strength, agility, stealth, intelligence, and he makes everyone believe that he has limits. In reality, Batman is the most dangerous person on the planet, having bested aliens, otherworldly beings, gods, and good old-fashioned psychopaths time after time. All because people underestimate him, because they don't know he has superpowers. There is a saying, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he didn't exist. In the DC universe, the greatest trick that Batman ever pulled was convincing the world that he was only human. And there you have it, my theory that Batman secretly has superpowers. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Ultimately, his ultimate superpower probably is just his popularity, because it allows him to get away with pretty much everything. But that doesn't matter. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and also let me know what you think of my next theory. My next theory is that Superman is actually here to prep the world for the mighty No, wait, that's the story of Invincible. That's just Invincible. I just named it another comic book. All right, yeah, we'll think of something else.